Hey, it's Avery the Publicist, and I'm here with Behind the Brand with L. Jones. You already know the vibes. Hey, L. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming. So let's get right into it. Where are you from?
I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
From 170, the Grand Concourse. Born and raised, but somewhat raised in Harlem too. Cause I went to dancing school in Harlem, but yeah.
So what was young Avery like? What were you into?
Young Avery was vibrant, happy, leader of every extracurricular activity you can think of. I literally was in school. I was a rebel. I was in the Catholic school. I was a rebel. Like literally, I just did whatever I want.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a publicist or representing?
Yeah. I always knew I wanted to be in entertainment.
Okay.
That was it. Like I was always dancing, singing, playing the piano, the violin, songwriting, writing poetry. Anything that was creative, I was into it. And even that, like I was even in cadets. Like I was in cadets, cheerleading, stepping, swimming, everything. Like,
everything.
Yeah, so I really love like competitive sports and things like that. So.
And I guess
dancing, of course,
would be the perfect realm for
it's a realm full of, a pot full of everything.
So how did you bridge that gap from being interested in entertainment and involved in so many things to now representing rising artists like Ron Suno? You recently got a collaboration with Roc Nation during a pandemic, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So yeah, how did you bridge that gap?
Well, I guess for me, dancing was always like the core of me expressing myself.
Okay.
And without that art, I probably would not be able to like just enjoy music as much, because dance is my way of expression. It's my way of showing people like what I feel. And of course, it's something that even if you're not the best, if you can still outdance somebody, even with somebody that's technically trained. It just depends on the passion and what people feel behind the movement. So dance to me was an art form that I felt like I can never escape. It's a muscle form that whenever I do something, I'm always know how to do it. My body won't ever forget a tendu, any type of like ballet movements. My body won't ever forget it. So dance for me is like core to everything, for my musical abilities and stuff like that. But music, for me, I started playing piano and violin when I was like 5-6 years old. From there, I was always performing, learning the whole aspect of what is a great song, like from day one. So for me, I had to transition from like not wanting to be in front of the scenes, but behind the scenes. So I paid attention when I had big recitals, to the production, to the lighting, to the art directors, the sound engineers. I took the time to really look at the production when I was growing up.
That's interesting.
So that to me was the way that I've learned how to understand how to move in a sense of urgency. If the director, no, matter of fact, I'll take that back. I learned to take cues really well. That's how I've learned, because with everything happening all at once, you had to be able to move. If you're dancing and the spotlight is on you, they say this. I was able to capture all of that. So that's why I really love the art overall. That's why I miss artistry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love the art. It's always about like the process of like being in that moment and then finally hitting this stage. And that's how I look at publicity. When we're behind the scenes, we're like practicing, we getting the ideas together, we putting it out there, and then when we're ready for that stage, for that release, it's like boom, 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 bop. And that's how I look at publicity in terms of like presentation. It's the representation of your art or your work. So that's how I kind of look at it in terms of correlating it together.
That is amazing. Yeah. That is amazing.
That's how I look at it.
Right. So with all that passion, talk to me about the Roc Nation deal. How did you get that to come about in the middle of a pandemic when everybody felt like the entertainment industry was arguably shut down? Talk about the deal, what it is, like get into all of that.
So as a PR agency, a publicity firm, our goal is to get as many great clients as possible that will add resources and value to your brand so you can continue getting more clients, right? So with me getting Rough Riders in 2017 for the reunion tour, that was a great stepping stone for my business, because I was able to show that I was able to put on a big tour publicity campaign, but also maintain all the individual people that's within that and represent their brands individually and on top of the tour.
Right.
So that was kind of like the knocking the door in the industry for them to see like what I'm made of. if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, she's dealing with all of this. Okay, let's see what you got. All right. You know? And then literally many clients after that. I had a client on Power. That was a great breaking opportunity for me because that's when I had got her like opportunities with Ebro in the morning and landed a lot of great media publications for her at the time when Power was big. So it was just great. So my career was just building and growing. My clientele was growing. And I had a recent client, his name was Raja Rose. He had passed away in the top of 2020. And a lot of people in the industry saw me moving and shaking with him. And with everything happening, people was like, nah, like, well, I would say Dizzy from Roc Nation.
Okay.
He had told his team, like, no, we gotta get Avery on board because she goes hard for her artists. Like, I saw what she did for Raja. Like, nah, like, they was about to make it, whatever. So that was a great connection. So Dizzy, the A&R, made sure like to look out. But then their marketing team ended up being like two wonderful ladies that I already came in passing with in the industry that knew me through working. That was two other ways of just vouching for me within the team. So that's kind of how it came about. It really was just people really seeing my work. It wasn't even like someone favored me more than someone else that day. It was just whatever that person felt in that time to want to make use of my skill set for that campaign.
I want to talk to you about that because I feel like, to give you your flowers, I feel like you have mastered the art of navigating the industry. I think you do that very well, and it's evident, if not in your roster, but in the opportunities that you're presented with and you know what you do. So what are some tips that you have for entrepreneurs watching this, aspiring publicists or just people that don't know where to start? What are your tips that you have for networking or just being confident in whatever it is that you want to do and attacking those opportunities that may come?
So as an entrepreneur, sometimes you may have a vision for your business and then clients and consumers can somewhat change your business into something else. You know what I'm saying? If you realize on McDonald's menu, they take off certain things that customers don't want anymore. So that's what happens as an entrepreneur. Things start changing, business ideas start to, so that's what just being able to adapt is the key to just feeling like, you know, you can get through your business goals. Like being able to adapt it to the changes. That's what everyone had to do because of the pandemic. That's the first thing, be adaptable. Second thing is making sure that you have great people around you that's feeding in positivity into your business. A lot of times we miss that because we're like, oh, I'm gonna do my business, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna get it. But nah, like, you know what I mean? We all kind of need each other. So if your friends or people are not like pouring into it, your business is really not gonna grow. Definitely. Like, it's not gonna grow.
Definitely.
I mean, it could in different ways. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying it'll be more organic, and that's the key to life. Is marketing, is direct marketing, that's key. Third, I would say financial literacy. The beginning process of business, I messed it all the way up. Like, I messed it all the way up. Shout out to one of my partners. He's here right now, Dax. Follow Dax Finesse on Clubhouse.
Okay.
He got the Hustlers Club. They talk about everything.
Okay, I see now.
The business credit. They go crazy.
Okay.
I got my life. They got me together. Right? And literally, that's what I would say. Get yourself together. Financial literacy is a must.
Okay.
What's the fourth thing? I'll be honest. Be clear on like your overall pitch for your business.
How do you do that? Talk about that.
You have to sit down and write it out. And if you don't like it, you revamp it every time.
Does your pitch change?
Yeah, but it hasn't been changing because I had to realize the core of why I'm doing things. So you kind of start to realize it as you go on, because you might pitch something to somebody and they might not react to it.
Right.
You might pitch it to somebody else, they might rock with that pitch.
Right.
So you kind of got to alter it depending on your situation, but I feel like your pitch means like your mission statement, your vision, how you're gonna express your business to someone else who doesn't know anything about your business. What type of business is it? Is it a service and service? Is it goods and service? Like, what do you provide? What type of business? Like, simple. What else? Fifth one.
You talked about a team. What do you think
some
core values? Yeah, get into it.
I'm listening to 50 Cent's audiobook. Oh,
what is it called? Plug it in. Yeah, take your time.
Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Ooh.
Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, full audiobook on YouTube for free, y'all. It's been out only a week. When I tell you, he got me together too.
Wait,
I'm telling you, listen, y'all gotta listen to 50 Cent. I'm telling y'all, listen to him. He's saying real, like, he's applying everything to real life people that's growing up in poverty. You know what I'm saying? And that is the person that you want to kind of listen to, because we can't really listen to Grant Cardone all day and other people who haven't really experienced what we experienced, because that may not work for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is what it is. So
what it is.
get that book, listen to it, audio. He's amazing. 50 just went through every aspect of his business, from discipline and how he had to discipline his friends and everybody, how he had to shut people away, because in business, we may not see eye to eye. So in business, you got to know when to shut away certain things that don't serve you anymore.
Have
And
you had
especially
to
if it's your
experience
business,
that?
because you don't want somebody else to take your business down.
Have you had to experience that?
Yeah, that's why I started my own company.
Can we?
Yeah, no, I had a media company. It was
Okay.
called Dominant Media. And with that media company, I was pretty much interviewing a lot of different celebrities, from actors, from Tyler Perry actors, from the haves and have-nots to different celebrities,
Right.
Mac Wild, Busta Rhymes, everybody. And that was when I was really building my network. Because I knew the managers to these people, or the homeboy put me in touch with this person who was connected to this person.
Right.
I was doing like publicity for like underground R&B artists with like Coke Boy Max, my boy from Coke Boy. So he was always bringing me around when I was working with Bad Boys. I did a lot of work. So that's why people are comfortable like referring me. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't do nothing, I would. Woo! Yeah, it was some work, man.
So you had to break away, I guess, from Dominant Media and.
Yeah, because when people, at the end of the day in life, when people don't know who they are, and they're coming up against somebody that's just as powerful, or they think that they're just as powerful, or whatever the case may be, and they are so insecure, they're not going to be able to move with you at all. Like, you're a vulture. I'm a vulture. You know what I'm saying? I came from bad boy life. They pretty much, we vultures. How you want to, move in a room full of vultures? Like, you got to know how to move. Yeah. And literally, when I tell you, if you're a vulture and someone else is a pigeon, you're not going to know how to move with you. Y'all don't fly the same. Y'all don't eat the same.
That's deep.
This is Diddy, man. Diddy taught me this, man. He came into the office meeting like black and like, what? What's going on? Are y'all vultures? Or whoa, y'all eagles? What's going on? I thought we eagles. We not pigeons.
What was that experience like? How did Bad Boy shape you?
Bad Boy was the best experience ever. I interned for a whole year and a half. But I interned in the executive office though. So I was for a whole year and a half.
Right.
So that y'all could already imagine what type of experience or contacts or just overall learning experience. In the executive office, that's what allowed me to learn everything in business in terms of the CFO and how they work and all the different departments. And then from there, I eventually landed my job in operations, working as an executive assistant. Okay. So, and that's how pretty much my career is history after that. 2014, I got that gig. Shout out to Marilyn Van Alstine. Shout out to the whole Bad Boy family. Shout out to everybody.
You recently started working with breakout star Ron Suno.
Yes.
He did amazing, especially in 2020. I went to a concert of his. I had the pleasure of interviewing him. He's a great vibe, very talented.
Thank you for all y'all support.
Yes.
Y'all amazing for that.
No problem.
Thank you.
He's dope. How did you get that? I know you guys are both from the Bronx, but how did that connection come to be?
First of all, I'm 31, right? So Ron is 20. So we have a whole age gap.
Right.
The managers in the age range is 26, 27. So we're all in different age gaps. So we didn't really meet like, oh, hey, outside. Yeah. No, we didn't meet like that. I guess, how should I tell this story? I'm going to go around it. All right, so.
Wait, what you mean go around it?
No, it's anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so literally, I had got contact with this guy. His name is Cheddar Jack. I don't know if you know of him.
Yes.
Cheddar. Cheddar hit me and was like, hey, I got this artist. I think you should work with him. I'm gonna connect you with their management. You gotta work with him. He's from the Bronx. He's doing 8 million. Nah, you need him, Avery. So he's going in. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Let's connect. connect the dots, I'm with it. Connected the dots, literally got on the phone with management, on the phone with Bo. He's like, yo, let's link, let's figure out how we could work. I'm trying to get Ron the blue check. I'm like, yeah, you know, I give people the blue check, you know, I do that too. Whatever y'all need. You know, I'm trying to finesse, trying to see what the vibe is.
Right.
And literally Cheddar at 16 connected me with Ron. So like literally if you're mean to anybody in the studio, or like I met Cheddar Jack like in the recording studios, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's in the studios chilling, vibing.
Who would have thought?
You know what I'm saying? So and he's like, oh, I'm interning here. I'm working at United Masters. I'm interning here. And that's how, with him interning with United Masters, Ron was basically signed to them at that time. So that's how they all connected dots. And that was back in December.
And then,
2020. And now we're a year in, so we're a year in.
Yeah. What is the end goal for Avery?
The end goal for Avery is schools, education. I'm all about education. So my end goal is to just have as many schools as I can, or any type of programs that's just gonna help the communities. I have to definitely leave the city first to do something, to make that appear for, you know, the crabs in the barrel in New York. But
do you think that's the energy right now in the city?
I think that's the energy with anybody that's of color.
So it's not a city, it's not a New York thing.
Philly gets crazy, Chicago gets crazy. Oh shoot, Ohio, even worse.
Really?
Yeah. Talk to some people from Ohio.
And you think
it's honestly everybody's for self, right? Everywhere. So honestly, once somebody see you doing something somewhere else, they're gonna always jump on the bandwagon.
How can we change that narrative?
It's gonna happen. No, people just got hate in their bodies. Like, I don't know. You can't change people from being nice. I mean,
right.
Let's be for real. You gotta find your tribe of good people.
So you think that you're always gonna have to navigate in a dog-eat-dog kind of. You don't ever think there's gonna be a time where like black women are just supporting black women and everybody loves everybody, and you don't think so? It sounds nice.
No, we do though. That's the thing. It's just not highlighted. You feel me? Like we do. I'm in a program now called Ween. I was telling you about before.
Yes.
We celebrate each other every day.
Tell the people what Ween is.
Ween is.
Come on, publicist.
So I'm a part of Ween, Women in Entertainment Empowerment Networks. It's a program that was founded in 2010 by Alicia Butterfield Jones. She's one of the main like Grammy diversity inclusion reps for the Grammys Recording Academy. There's many other people that's a part of the program. That's amazing. Right. It's so many great women that's been a part of it. I started out in 2011, and the program has been doing summer academies ever since 2011 up until now. We had a virtual one as well during the pandemic too, where we had over 30 girls come in, and the program pretty much teach everybody about the industry. We have like different track courses from marketing, publicity, on air, whatever, and you get to kind of like really get a sisterhood in an industry that's hard to kind of break into. You got somebody kind of looking after you if you need a job. If you're looking for someone for a job, like for yourself, if you're hiring, we can outsource to our sisters that we know is going to support us, is not going to do us dirty, who's going to really support our brand and represent it, because that's my sis, you know? Right. So that's what it is. We have those programs, but it's not highlighted, and it's not appealing to everybody to see black people happy all the time.
Wow, a sad reality.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of TV, I'm not saying in terms of real life. We happy, we feeling good. You know what I mean? Even during the pandemic, you can see that we as black people, we're flourishing and doing great things and coming closer together. So I don't doubt that it can't be a change. I think there can be a change, but I feel like it's happening now. Right. I feel like it's happening now. With a lot of deaths happening, I think a lot of people are getting it. I gotta be supportive of my friend, or support my brother, support my sisters, or my cousin who got the hair company, my cousin who got the boutique. I think everybody's working on being supportive in 2021. So, well, I hope. Yes.
Finally, any advice you have for publicists?
Oh, I would say a lot of aspiring publicists don't understand that it's more than just getting clients, like media placement.
What is it
about? It's way
more
than that. You're representing their public image. And remember, you're also focusing on getting the media to relate to your client. So yeah, you can place them all day, but will they care if you send an email next month about the same person?
How does someone go about doing it?
The artist has to be activating the culture. My job is to then display it amongst more people and bring more eyes to it.
Activating the culture, I like that. What does that entail?
What I mean by, you know how you can go to many different events, like for example, the BET experience. That's an activation. That's an event activation. It's like marketing activation, event activation. So what I mean activating, that means like you're bringing something that's keeping everybody like, what's next? What's good? And that is active, keeping people active. And when you do that, you master that as an artist. This is why Kanye doesn't have to do anything. He didn't say anything. And look where his name is at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bow Wow doesn't have to say anything. Soulja Boy. I can keep going on and on.
Right. Do you think that it's a good or a bad thing that it almost seems like artists are becoming more of influencers than artists?
I think artists, the one thing I would say advice to artists, this is my advice to artists. They keep losing fact that fans is what's gonna pay their bills. First things first, with no fans, no one's gonna talk about you. So what are you hiring me for? So this is what's going on. People gotta realize you have to learn how to activate your fan base or get people going, right? And then that's how you build up those momentums and the movements and everything behind you.
Right.
Because you have more people of power and influence saying that this is the wave.
Right.
If you don't have nobody doing that from different corners, from someone that's really intact with the streets,
right,
for someone that's in with the corporate industry world, somebody that's in with the girls, somebody that's in with the gay world, whatever. You got to have your team ready to go, like a 5-star team, like we hitting them. And if you're not doing it like that as an artist, I don't feel like if you're not doing it that way, it's fine, but you're not really following the game plan. Like,
is that how you go about picking your clients?
Most of the time, it's all about the energy, first of all, and if it matches my like overall like art, like overall, like for example with Ron Suno, for example, when he found out I was in a dance video from back in the day, he like, oh my God, that was you? Oh my God, no, you a legend. This is my client telling me that, like, no, you a legend from dancing back in the day. What? Oh my God, you was in that video. But that was because in my day, like dancing for me, that was my way of being Avery. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'll dance anywhere. Feel me? I would dance on the train. We would dance. Me and Tiana Taylor, all of us. We would be at the parties, 116th and Lennox Avenue dancing. Feel me? So for me, it's like people know me from dancing, like chicken noodle soup, on Jackie and all of that. So for that client to look into my other art, to say, yo, I respect what you're doing. I totally have a new respect for you now as my publicist. That's beautiful, and that's what matters to me. Feel me? Like, for example, with Dax, who's here at this interview, like, loves to dance. He comes from a dancing background, doing all types of stuff, poetry, everything. What did I discuss earlier? Dancing, poetry. So everybody kind of has like the same core base of why we're doing this,
right,
or how we started this.
Right.
Feel me? And that's why my company is called Multi-Artistry Entertainment. Everybody has all types of art that they have that many people may say is too much. You're doing too much or whatever. My way, I try to figure out ways to make sure that my art is like channeled. You see me dancing over here, but you see me doing PR over here. You might see me beating up some makeup a little bit over here, doing some fake art. You know, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, it's a time and place.
Right.
And I think I mastered that. That's something that took a long time.
You mastered the art of timing.
Yeah, the timing of when you got to use all your skills, because all your skills is not needed all the time. And I've learned that. Because I can be a dancer, I can be this and that, but I can't be all of that for everybody all at the same time. I can't. You feel me? So, but for the most part, for me, I find it really like interesting to see clients that don't have any connections with their like publicists or something like that. I think that's really weird to me. Because if I'm around you, I want you to feel comfortable. I want me and you to feel like we're in this together. Like it's a team thing, So for me, I love when my clients are like really tight and we can feel each other, we can dance with each other, we can hang out, and we can also get serious about what we want to do because this is what we love. And that is the connection that it's great to have. I had that with most of my clients though. Even with One of my clients, PTG 365, with Eric. Eric, he's an amazing auto salesman. Feel me? Great client. During the pandemic, he hit me up like, Avery, read this book, 10X, Grant Cardone. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read it. Changed my whole entire experience in the pandemic because of that book, because of him, Eric Whitehead. If it wasn't for him, I don't know if I would have got Roc Nation, if I would even cared about still doing publicity with that book. Because I wasn't going hard until I read that 10X book. And so I went 10X. I'm like, oh, nah, this is it? This is what I was missing? So yes, get that book, 10X, okay. 10X Grant Cardone.
And the 50 Cent book.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, good book. So yeah, so I mean, I love working. I do. I love it. I love this work.
You feel like this is your thing?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of things though.
What made you stick with publicity though? How do you
because
know that
I've seen the impact of the title. I'm like, wait, I'm over here shooting and editing videos, looking crazy. I can't even get dressed up. I'm sorry, like I was always a plus size girl, but I dress up, you know? So I don't mind dressing down, chilling and getting to work, but I think I did so much interning. So when I was working for myself, I wasn't able to actually like be at the events that I wanted to because I was shooting and editing so much. When I got home, I was so panicky about getting an interview out first before any other outlet. I'll be up like this, coffee like this, editing videos, then writing the articles up, going crazy, calling the girls like post this, post that, while at work, like a lot. So I think that's what the title came in. I'm like, oh, I can just do what I love to do, connect people and just write, like what I've been doing.
Right.
Use my degree. Yeah, why not? So that's why that role as a publicist literally is a major role in the industry.
What is your degree in?
Media communication, television, broadcast, journalism. My minor is dance theater.
You could never let dancing go.
I told you. No, I mean, you know why I did it? Because I felt like if I'm gonna be in school, I'm gonna be in school where I can keep my attention on something. Like, I'm not gonna just be there like, no, I'm gonna do what I love. Because while I'm in class with other people, they're feeding my energy because we all love to dance, right? And we 19, 20 years old, we dancing, we having a good old time. Like, this is before, you know, TikTok and all that. We was dancing for real, like, you know? So, I mean, for me, I love that.
Right.
Dancing is like everything. And that's how I learned how to do like mixing too, through dancing. You know how back in the day you had like all the hip hop dance mixes? You had to put those songs together.
You know how to do that?
Yeah. It's audio engineering, but it's easy. You can do that too. It's easy.
So you know how to do audio engineering?
Yeah, but it's not
so
like
you can record your artists.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to do that though. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like you can do whatever, but you don't gotta do that.
Yeah.
You just focus on what it is that comes the easiest to you.
That's a good talent to have.
Girl, we gotta do something just in case. You never know. The client might be like, oh my God, my vocals is messed up. What are we gonna do? I'm like, come on, I got you. We're gonna pull it up.
You're like the Jill of all trades. You can do everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, I hate that title because people look at you like, again, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always be like, you know what? I'm a publicist. I'm a publicist. And they ask for other things. Oh, do you have this? Oh yeah. YouTube marketing, of course. SEO, we help with your SEO. I got you. So the SEO has been like the main bread and butter of my business during this whole pandemic. The SEO is amazing because I can get clients verified on Instagram or as well as Facebook, as well as helping out with Wikipedia pages. And that has been like the highlight of the pandemic for me because I've been able to really help companies build up their company profile on Google. So that has been amazing. So that is the key to my business success right now is the fact that everything is digital, that everyone is looking to be in the forefront or getting their sales booming somehow in the Google search engine. So that's just been the key right now. We're gonna get L. Jones lit too.
Okay.